Hey guys, the show will begin after this introduction music from Truth Vibrations, and then at the end we'll have some outro music. Stay tuned for that. That'll be by Gambler Huggins. That's called God's Guts and Guns. But this is Truth Vibrations Slave. Let's get into it, guys.
And try to wake people up and impart this knowledge to them, would find out that they just have walls built in front of them. They want to be slaves.
I ain't never gonna be a slave. I ain't never gonna be a slave. I will never play their games. I will never be their slave. I will never wear them chains. I will never be afraid. They gon' have to put me in the grave, cause I ain't never gonna be no slave. Yeah, I will never be afraid. Bill Cooper probably rolling in his grave. I look around and all I see is mind slaves, blindfold on their brain with a muzzle on their face. Yeah, and I will never back down. There's no timeline where that ever goes down. Before I take that vaccine, you'll be hearing that sound. Best believe before that happens, I'll be clapping out rounds. Yeah, fuck the new world order. They lead lambs to the slaughter. Poison in the food, air in the water. So I fight for the future of my daughter's sake, and hope that it make a difference. Either way, I'm with it, God is my witness. This system vicious, I will never be complicit. Fist and resistance to the finish. Talk about, I ain't never gonna be a slave. I ain't never gonna be a slave. I will never play their games. I will never be their slave. I will never wear them chains. I will never be afraid. They gon' have to put me in the grave, cause I ain't never gonna be no slave. Yeah, I will never be a slave. Chant down Babylon, tell them in the grave. Yeah, I will never be afraid. Spit my last breath in the enemy's face. Stand tall against the wicked. Spiritual warfare, that's how we living. You sleepwalking, you don't even know the difference. The fluoride in your water got you tripping, and I can see it in your vision. You brainwashed by the television. Their propaganda got you under a spell. Living in a mental prison ain't no different from a cell. I'm God body, I'm a vessel for the essence. You can count your money, I'll be counting all my blessings. My head high till I take my last breath in. Fist in the sky till I exit. Talk about, I will never be a slave. I will never be a slave, no way. Never comply, never obey. I ain't never gonna be a slave. I will never be a slave. I will never be a slave, no way. Never comply, never obey. I ain't never gonna be a slave.
Sheeple is what they are. They are following the Judas goat right into the shearing pins, and from there they will go to the slaughter, and they will not know that anything is wrong until they smell the blood of the sheeple in front of them.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mansplaining Mike with the Mansplaining Mike Show. And guys, today I have a little bit of bad news for you. I just found out that Trump just bombed the Houthis, and we know who he's doing it for. He's doing it for Israel. So it just seems like we're still being controlled by Israel no matter what. It doesn't matter what party we vote for, we're being controlled by Israel. They control both parties, but you can see that Trump ordered a powerful attack on Iranian-backed Houthis. So it seems almost like they want us to get into a war with Iran. And Israel's been pushing for a war with Iran. We don't have any reason to be blowing up the Houthis. The only people that they're affecting is Israel with their stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with us. I mean, honestly, guys, we're supposed to be staying out of all this. So this is one of the ships that we blew up today. You can see it. And I mean, that's just some of the destruction. If we scroll down the wall, you'll see even more of it. I mean, there's a lot of things we could be doing with our money besides paying for bombs. We got homeless people sleeping on the streets, homeless veterans sleeping on the streets. And somehow we have ways to manufacture all these bombs so that we can go blow up people for Israel. I don't think there's too many wars we really got in for ourselves, guys. Everything we do is kind of like in the Middle East. It's all to back up Israel, and it's nonsense. I mean, we really need to stop. We don't need to be backing up a foreign country or be involved in these long-term entanglements that the forefathers had forewarned us about, that we ought not be involved in all of these foreign entanglements. But instead, it seems like we're involved in them no matter which party we vote for, even when they promise us peace, guys. Even if they promise to stop the foreign interventionist wars, and there's no way that this is anything other than that. We don't have any problem with Yemen. We don't have any problem with Iran, really. When did Iran ever attack us? Never. But We do know that there was 5 dancing Mossad agents outside of the towers the day that they got blew up. And they also were outside of a van full of explosives while they were celebrating. You don't think they had anything to do with that, guys? Why was the Mossad out there? Did they have foreknowledge of it and just not tell us? Or do you think they had their hand in it? Sort of like they did when they blew up the USS Liberty. I think they had their hand in it, and I think they were directly involved in it. It has to be that. Just like they were when they blew up the USS Liberty and tried blaming us. They blew up our ship and tried saying it wasn't marked when it clearly was. There was a flag hanging. But anyway, let's hear about some of this good news. At least Kash Patel is doing some good things. It looks like he might try to get our government straight and get some government accountability going on. So let's take a listen to what he had to say and end it with some positive stuff.
Let me be honest, I know I saw it for the first time. You see through my eyes, roll better like the old days. Used to love you through
It's shockingly unconstitutional, Trace. It's great to be with you, and I'm here to announce on your show a measure that I'm working with Congress that should be Congress's bread and butter. And I'm calling for the subpoenas to be issued to Judge Merchant's daughter's company, who made $15+ million from the illicit information pouring out of her father's courtroom. I want to know the bank records because money doesn't lie. Yep. I want to know how deep it is and how much of it went to the family and how much of it is going to the family after this false conviction. And then we need to investigate the FEC actual violations that this judge and his family conducted, because he should never have been overseeing this trial to begin with because of the illicit campaign money that was flowing through there, and the unconstitutional due process violations are only the beginning. So America is calling for accountability of our judicial system, and Congress is the only lever that has it, and I'm hoping for 1 or 2 brave members of Congress that I'm talking to issue those subpoenas ASAP.
He would say that.
It's shockingly...
Well, that sounds good. I'm all for government accountability. I don't care how we get the government accountability as long as we get it, guys. So we got a little bit of bad news and a little bit of good news too. I think the bad news outweighed the good in this scenario, but at least we still got some good news too. And hopefully Trump will get us out of this relationship with Israel, and I'm just not seeing the path to doing it that he's taking right now. And he's sure taking his time. But anyway, guys, this was the Mansplaining Mike Show. The show where wokeness comes to die. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And as always, share this with some sissy who's going to cry about it for the next 62 years. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.
We got a left-wing communist infection, wide open border with no protection. Mainstream media cover-up connection, lying to the people and stealing their election. If it weren't for the NRA, wouldn't even be a USA. It's God's guts and guns that keep America free. We need a not-so-subtle truth injection. When they call it revolution, call it insurrection. I'll give that one a big kiss my ass rejection. It'll never pass the test on lie detection. If it weren't for the NRA, there wouldn't even be a USA. It's God's guts and guns that keep America free. It's God's guts and guns that keep America free. Lay it all down on the line for truth and liberty. If old George was alive today, he'd be a member of the NRA. It's God's guts and guns that keep America free. Turn the DOJ into a weapon and pointed it straight at the opposition. We took all the patriots and threw them in jail and let the thugs out of prison without any bail. Yeah, if it weren't for the NRA, there wouldn't even be a USA. Cause it's God's guts and guns to keep America free. We gotta stop right now and look and see what the left wing has done to our country. And the only thing to stop them is just you and me. But are we the people guarantee? From the Minutemen to the Marines and every fighting soldier in between, it's God's guts and guns that keep America free. It's God's guts and guns that made America free. It ain't all down on the line for truth and liberty. If old George was alive today, he'd be a member of the NRA. It's God's guts and guns that made America free. It's God's guts and guns that keep America free. We gotta stop giving money to countries that hate us. Flip the bird to the United